church you go into that was gonna tell you this racist shit, but that ain't God. That's not Christianity. Because I think what hurts me the most is the racism.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
For instance, some friend of ours, like when Obama came on, so he's a lifelong Democrat, but all of a sudden you can't vote for Obama.
I'm so sorry for gross misconduct that I committed. The misdeed that I have committed was so wrong, and I'm sorry that I did that, and I'm sorry that this thing affected you and hurt my community, and I'm sorry for it hurting you. But I'm there we go.
Mama A on the job. What's up?
This whole time I was just like figuring out how like to crop both, like on the screen recording. I have to crop us separately in order for it to look better, and it just took it took a while. I had some of the numbers correct, but then I was just like, oh, maybe it took a second.
Okay.
Especially
you learned a whole nother new job right now, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Actually, how is editing difficult?
Not really. Not that bad.
Because I want to start putting out my messages of healing for the people like me that have this same karma or trauma story, to give them hope and encouragement to do their healing work. But I don't know how it's going to work, so I'm still working it out.
I mean, if you're doing like small, like short content stuff, like TikTok and stuff, I think they have an editing software in there, but if you're gonna record, like the whole problem with Android is if you're gonna record the video, you should record it outside of the editing software or outside of like outside of TikTok, because like the quality will just look better.
But I wouldn't even I'm not even at the TikTok level. I don't even have TikTok. I was just thinking YouTube Shorts since I'm already there.
Yeah, you can do that too.
So outside without an Android phone, so I need a camera and all this stuff.
No. Just record the phone. Just record on the phone, like on the phone's camera thing, and then.
Gotcha.
Because if you do it on app, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. So. Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking of doing something like that. That's crazy. I was thinking of doing something like that too.
Yeah, because the struggle is real right now, and I know America has other problems as an American, but I was going to do it in German and in English.
Yeah.
They have other issues right now other than that, but that part is a big issue in this world of why everything is so chaotic, because it's just and I'm just like, go inside, do your healing work. It's so worth it. That's all I want to say.
I was gonna do the same. That's crazy. I was about to
boy, copying my style. Great minds think alike.
I was gonna go my next paycheck, get some equipment, like a microphone maybe, or something like that, like a little.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that. I need that too. That's what I was gonna ask you. I need some more better equipment, because even the lighting. I mean, this lighting is better than before, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I put it,
Yeah.
And I never mind. But that would be a good thing.
Yeah, like I was gonna. I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link of stuff that I was planning to get. It's like,
yeah, maybe if we can have it together, then it can work together better over the distance, even, or
I mean,
if we have the same stuff.
I mean, like if we're gonna get podcast equipment is gonna come later. Let's just.
Okay.
This type of stuff is like for just personal, like. But.
Okay. Well, then just send me the links and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you the links. Yeah. I was gonna get like a little portable microphone,
Yeah, with the little furry thing on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And then I was gonna get like a gimbal, like a gimbal for a phone. It's like for keeping camera steady and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Like what I have now.
Yeah, but except portable. Except portable.
Mine is portable.
There's just more. Like it's
okay. Fine.
Anyways.
Okay. Well, just send me the link. I want to see it. Then what it is.
Yeah. I'll send you some links. Yeah.
Okay. Quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So how's America?
You know, it's doing things. You know, people protesting.
I've seen LA.
Yeah, good for them.
And I don't know in the history of LA why anybody would think it's a good idea to send extra military into that area, because that area, they don't play in LA.
Yeah,
They're intense.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
And it's heartbreaking for me to see all these stories of Hispanics. Even now they have a young boy, a third grader, fourth grader, and
Yeah,
they detained him together with his father. And it reminds me a little bit, on the slave plantation, which I wasn't there, but genetic memory or stories that have been told, how they would separate the slaves,
yeah,
like they would take your daughter and sell her off to somewhere, you know what I'm saying? And you never know maybe where she, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It really reminds me very much of that.
yeah,
So they've done it to the blacks, and now they're just doing it to the Hispanics. And I believe they're having a rude awakening of who they really should be thinking low about, which
yeah,
Hispanics in America usually, all other races, they all think so low of us people with color, which
yeah,
is, I don't know what karma Africans have done, whatever they had done in the past. But it's really quite amazing. And I hope this is just a major wake up call for them to understand you're not white.
yeah,
Not even like, because they're taking people that are legally
yeah.
also
Exactly.
legal immigrants. You ain't white, and you ain't right.
Yep,
If you ain't white, you ain't right.
yep,
So you need to like come to the side of the oppressed, because we're really the ones that are very, very strong. And eventually we're going to show out when the time is
yeah,
right. Yeah, man.
yep.
But yeah, so I've been watching less political news from the US because it's painful.
Yeah, yeah. It's tough to see. I just.
The only highlight was Elon last week. Elon and Trump
Oh
relationship
yeah,
breaking
that
up.
that whole thing. Yeah.
Classic. Classic. I've
Yep.
seen this situation so many times with highly, especially narcissistic, dysfunctional people.
Yeah.
Then in the beginning, it's all glam, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh Lord, wait till shit goes down." And I can easily see Elon being like, "Okay, like Russell Simmons, he's in some country where you can't be extradited, and just put all the information, all the dirt out there on Trump and the whole. That's if I was Elon, that's what I would do right about now.
Yeah.
Step out of Tesla, take whatever money I have left, and just go and live an easy life somewhere in Bali, or I don't even know where places you can go to beach. Even Russia offered him political asylum, so I'd just be gone.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. I mean. It's not like he can control much of what's going
But
on.
if he's in another country where they can't extradite him, he will never be able to go to America or any other country that will extradite him back to the US, okay? And
Yeah.
if he admits to all the illegal stuff he did with Trump together in order to win this election, yeah,
Yep.
um, and just bring out all the Epstein list, all this crazy shit that he knows that he's been covering up, even admit to it. Yeah, I did Dodge because I wanted to wanted to not be investigated anymore. Just keep it very real. Your conscience will be so happy and so clean. You will know peace.
Yeah.
And then you don't have consequences, and you still have millions, and you just live in a country where they can never reach you, I think.
Yep. Yep.
And admit loss and learn from your lessons, just like Drake should have done. You got to take the L when you got to take the L.
Yeah.
And at
He's.
least then there'll still be some win for people to know, okay, this shit was fucked up. This shit was whatever. So I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
continue to pray my non religious prayers for America. Because the soul of America right now is undergoing a huge transition, hugely,
Yeah.
bigly,
Bigly.
very bigly. We're gonna do things beautiful in America.
Very
That's
bigly. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be very big, very huge. They can't stop us. No, that's what I tell them. That's what I tell these Democrats.
and this is what I been hearing, that YouTube is now also gonna follow this fascistic trend and just uplift certain content and suppress other content that is critical of this administration or whatever.
Probably.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
most likely.
let's see how it goes down.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Well, they haven't announced it yet, but there was some talks. I saw one of my YouTubers was talking about it. Luke Beasley.
Yeah,
Um,
but also like both sides like to say that they're gonna be censored, and then it never happens, and then it's like,
they fired that journalist for speaking his mind
oh yeah,
on
that
his free time.
yeah, that's a yeah,
And there's a lot of YouTubers like my boy Kyle. Boy Kyle, he don't even know me, but he's my boy Kyle. I love you so much. And how he keeps it straight with
yeah,
cussing with everything. He just breaks. That's how you get the real deal shit with emotions, And so I don't know how long they can keep that up.
yeah,
Or the Ben Mysalis, that's now above Joe Rogan. This one channel.
mm-hmm.
So if they skyrocketed so high and took Joe Rogan out of his spot for podcasting, a lot of people are listening. A lot of people are supporting now.
Yeah,
And well, we'll see. Give it a few more months if it can even last that long.
yeah, yeah,
Because this LA trip is crazy.
yep. I mean, I saw it
And
coming at some
we're
point.
coming there. We're coming there to bring peace, law, and order.
Yep.
But the whole premise of why there's problems is because you're doing illegal things.
Also,
So
funnily
you got,
enough,
and then you're going to tell the people that you're attacking that they are illegal, and we have to control you even more and squash all this BS, and y'all need to shut the fuck up.
yeah,
And we're just going to take regular people from the Home Depot or come to some restaurant, some Hispanic restaurant, and take all the people from there. I mean,
yeah,
or go to these high schools. All these things are illegal. Why do they wear masks, the ICE agents? Half of them probably not even really trained ICE agents. They're just people racists that came out and been, oh, I want to be part of this.
yeah,
So I honestly, yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
yeah, yeah. We'll
It'll
see.
work out. Mm-hmm.
I mean, history favors the bold.
Well, that can be on either side.
Yep, exactly.
And right now, we know who is very, very bold. And I'm like,
Yeah,
have a good time. Racist. Go out on the street, call black people an N-word and stuff. Have a good time because it's not going to happen, my brother and
yeah,
sister. Shit is going to be cut down quickly, very, very soonly.
yeah.
And I don't know what church you go into that was going to tell you this racist shit, but that ain't God. That's not Christianity. That ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was also so glad that they picked an American to be the new pope. And actually, he's coming back to Chicago the same day and holding a huge event in Chicago the same day that Trump is holding his military parade for his birthday or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to be interesting who's bringing a bigger crowd and
Probably
what's
the
going to
Pope.
happen in general. Yeah, for sure. That was
I
huge. I
mean,
was shocked. Me, if I was a clergy of the Catholic faith, I'd never thought to pick an American. That'd be the last thing on my mind.
I don't think they picked him because he's American, though. I think there's like other tests that they do. I think there's other
Of course,
biases.
yeah, had a list of people. He was very
Yeah,
close with the last pope.
yeah,
So, but there's also another reason why they picked him. It's not just his other abilities, spiritual, whatever, Christian,
yeah.
Catholic values that he has. It is connected to America.
I mean, they picked him because he's from O Block. That's why they picked him. They picked him because he's from O Block. That's where he picked him cut. They picked him cut O Block cut. You know what talking about cut? Pope from O Block cut. You know you be smoking them.
They don't say "Ka" up there where he's from.
It's O Block.
And
It's O Block. Nigga, it's O Block. Woo! Got him in a pack. Put him in a pack. That's what I'm talking about.
so he even got the black gangsters on his side. The Bloods and the Crips were
Yeah.
Block.
He from O Block. That's where he from.
That's funny. I love that.
From Chirac.
Yeah, man. So, anyway, we will see how this will continue to proceed.
Yep.
But
Black people still not protesting. Also, funnily enough, it's a lot more white people protesting versus black people that I see. Most of the clips that I've seen is like, oh, it's like 30 white people and then one black dude that's like, I'm just recording. I was coming down here for business and I just decided to record.
Yeah.
I had an appointment today, so I didn't even know this was going on until now. I had an appointment for this day, and
Yeah.
Just happened to line into the fact that they were protesting.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I saw one clip where they were only arresting the black women. A bunch of black women were in the and they only arrested them, not the white.
Yeah, that tends
This
to
is how
happen.
I know. That's what they want. They want the blacks to come out and act foolish.
It's not even acting foolish. It's just like protesting for your rights, and then it's like, oh,
yeah.
you can't do that. It's like, what? That technically, I mean, there's gonna be a if they get free, not free, but if they get released, I'm thinking about how many lawsuits they're going to be against ICE.
Yes.
There are going to be so many lawsuits that are going to be sustainable. Like, every person there could make...
They're all wearing these face masks and glasses, so who can you identify?
It could be millions and millions of dollars lost because you decided to target everyone unjustly, unfairly, and in a criminal way. Basically, legally, in the legal terms, kidnapping people.
Really? Yeah. Really. Really.
So,
I mean, they returned this Garcia guy, but all this crap that they're pulling off, it's very illegal. And they know it too.
Oh, they definitely know it. Yeah, why protect yourself? Why protect your identity?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of lawsuits.
But then the protesters can't wear masks.
There's going to be a lot of lawsuits.
Yeah.
I don't think protesters should wear masks. Because they should, like, wear a mask. I feel like that's a them thing. And, like, if you show your true colors and who you are, it's very easy for people like us, minorities, to trust you, because it's like, oh, I can see your face. You will protect me in this situation because I know you can see me and I can see you.
Like, for instance, I'm a me, for instance, right? Okay, this year, for some reason, my allergies is not that bad. But literally, ever since, like, the corona shit, so I still at times wear a mask when the allergies is running high, and I don't want to come in the house or at home when I clean them. Not when I rarely now, but when I have to clean the guinea pig's cage, I'm allergic to the hair, so I wear a mask. Because one time I swallowed a hair, and it was bad. It was very bad. So, you know, and then even outside, I will always, so if I feel like it's these allergy shit coming on, I just put the mask on. Why should I take a pill that knocks me out for 3 hours and makes me tired if I just wear a mask for a couple of minutes? Or halbe Stunde and it's, it's taken care of. So
I get that,
I put trouble, and, they make such drama, but why they wear a face mask in the surgery room? There must be some protection.
Hygiene, hygiene.
I mean, it's not 100%, of course not, but I did believe it would, maybe not protection from COVID, but there's some protection that masks provide.
No, it's like...
No, I'm talking about these
medical
masks.
I know what you're talking about,
I think that's mainly what he's saying, these medical masks, but that's also about identification.
Yeah, but it's also about at that point, it's about hygiene. That point, it's like...
Well, in the hospital, obviously, yes.
Hospital is a hygiene thing. Just outside, like, if you see someone coughing in a mask like that, I'm like, okay, they're obviously sick. Like...
Yeah. Yes.
It's just Also, New York.
And then also this Peter Thiel thing, this new deal where they're taking everybody's information. Whoa, bro. And then you have the protest, they can identify everybody in the camera. It goes on your record. They close your credit up. If they combine in everything, they close all your shit up. Maybe you can't access your bank accounts. You can't access, you know what I'm saying?
That feels...
creepy, scary.
No, that feels illegal in some way.
They don't care. It is illegal because you have certain rights. But with Trump being president, he will do whatever he wants to do.
Oh, yeah, because there's no... Yeah.
And Dodd already created the framework, get all the info together.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I have the freedom to say and be who I want to be.
Oh, no.
If I don't approve of the president, I should be able to say that.
Mom,
if I don't approve of anybody, I should be able to say that.
Mom.
Yes.
It's just like when they say they should have the freedom to say the N-word, and it's like, it's that same thing. It's like, oh, it's my freedom of speech to say it. But they don't really want freedom of speech. They just want to say whatever they want to say. And then if you say something against that, they vehemently think it's wrong, and then that's against freedom of speech, basically. So basically, they are against freedom of speech.
Yes. Freedom of other speech.
Other speech,
Their
yeah.
speech is free.
Their speech is free, but other speech is not free. So it's not freedom of speech that at that point. It's just I get to say what I want as long as it's right. As long as it's right to the people in power.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be ever a thing that should be.
That's why it's so dangerous already that these news organizations. I'm glad Harvard was like, "Fuck it, you ain't gonna tell us what to do." You know what I'm saying? About
if colleges are listening,
capitulate to that shit. I'd rather take a lawsuit. I'd rather take jail time than to fire my journalist. You understand me? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But ABC's are done so anyway. That's not the first time they fucked up, and it's crazy. It's insane. It's gone too far. Yeah.
I think if colleges are listening to anything that the government is saying, I'm going to be pissed off for the fact that people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for their education. And you're going to completely disrupt the curriculum because the government doesn't like what you're teaching?
Yeah.
At this point, you're a private institution anyways.
Yeah.
Why do you make so much money?
They got money from the government.
Yeah, but that doesn't even... Mom.
Let's say it's a school. Yes.
Mom, it doesn't even equate to how much money a college actually makes. If we take into account VCU, right? VCU alone. So VCU has a sports team. They sell tickets. They sell merch. They sell jerseys. They sell little stuffed animals. Then everyone pays $15,000 in tuition. And like that's or more. In state, it's like $15,000 in tuition.
Okay.
Out of state's like 20, 25. But
then you have the international students. You know how much money they bring in international?
Yeah, then you have international students. So
what do you get rid of?
Colleges are already making millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah. True.
They have enough money to support their whole system without government funding.
Yeah. Especially for there's some people that don't come up.
So it's like, I understand if it's like a small college, like it's a community college. I'm like, okay, they need government funding. I get that. They're a community college. They're not like, they're probably charging like maybe $150. Maybe it's even free. Maybe they're like, just come. Yeah. But for the most part, those big colleges with sports teams, think about like at Alabama. They make
sports teams. Harvard has like scientific institutions also. They do research on many different important issues, like health and environment and all these different things.
And science,
sport is also big, of course, but there are also different things that goes on in certain colleges.
But no, I'm just saying how they
technology, right?
How they make money though, also, like because the majority they make money is in their entertainment value. So it's like Stanford also has a basketball team. I don't know how many jerseys they sell.
I'm sorry. We need to research this.
They're on TV.
I think the majority is from the tuitions.
Majority is tuitions. Majority is like certain colleges are different. Like if you're like Alabama, it's probably you make most of your money in sports. Let's be honest here. Like because Alabama is is like the biggest football college in history right now. And they probably bring in like their stadium has like 30,000 seating capacity or something like that. So it's like we're already at 30,000 seating capacity, which you have to pay for the tickets. If you're a student, you can go for free, but you also have to pay for tickets if you're just going as a fan. So it's like. And then jersey sales on top of that. And then you're like, okay. And then you're also talking about TV deals. So they get a portion from the NCAA. It's like this whole thing where it's like they get money. It's just like, and now the players are getting paid. Thank God. Thank God for NIL deals. And people are getting paid in college now.
Yes. I mean, gosh, yeah.
Because that's insane how much money they were making. And they're like, oh, we don't have to pay our players either. We don't even have to pay our players. They're not even going to stay all 4 years. They're going to probably stay only 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
they make money. They make a lot of money.
But this is why I'm like, so, like, you can't teach the truth anymore? Like,
No,
he wants them to teach, like, that the election was stolen. What is this one school in Oklahoma or I don't some state where they're now going
some
to
high
teach in
school.
school that the election was stolen? What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, they
So
don't
it's
like.
part of the curriculum to learn how the election was stolen. I mean, you just like
They're not
turned
even.
around facts.
The crazy
You
thing
know
is they're not even doing it right
what you mean?
because like I'm like they're gonna be like they're gonna teach students that the election is stolen, but
Hmm.
realistically they should do it. They should have waited like a year or two, then started teaching it
Hmm.
because like this is too quick in term.
But it was like a little bit over 4 years ago, before
Yeah, but
Biden
that
came
that
in.
was 4 years ago. Then you wait. Then you won again. You're in term, so you have to wait until after term in order to start teaching that because then it's like it's been a long enough time to the point where kids that do remember the election from a couple of years ago, they're like, yeah, we heard this argument too. If you just, they're trying to make.
Right now. And you know why Trump is being such an asshole? Because he lost the last election.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Pissed him off so much. So now that's why his MAGA people he don't give a shit about. He
Yeah,
don't give a shit about none of
I
the
don't think he ever
Americans
cared about
anymore.
him.
He,
I don't think he ever
yeah,
cared
but
about
now
him.
even worse because that election he lost because
Yeah,
he's such a little child. Like narcissists are like little children.
yeah,
Because children by nature are highly narcissistic because that's how they survive. They have to
yeah,
have, but eventually you outgrow it, become adult, you understand, like,
yeah,
making compromise, you understand certain different human concepts, empathy, all these different important things that we
yeah,
learn, emotional regulation, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, Proper
I
communication,
mean,
you know
not
what I'm
everyone,
saying?
but most people do.
But he's so traumatized, he is still hanging on to this shit. And sometimes when he talks, he reminds me of a little child.
Yeah.
Like the bad kid that always, you in trouble, you in trouble. And then the first time he made a scheme and it worked out. And even though he's the wrong one, he was able to make it look like his brother or sister were wrong. And he sits there and he's like, all this satisfaction that he finally, even though he's the one that's
Also,
still starting, you know what I'm saying? This is how it like, boy, you almost 80 years old. Get real. You know what I'm saying? What
mom.
are you?
Also, if you look at a Trump speech versus like
Mhm.
any other politician, he doesn't use
Yeah.
big words. He never uses big words. It like
That is
it's
of a kind.
always it's that's fine, but it's always an adjective. It's always he describes something. It's never like, oh, he's getting into the details of why he should no. It's a descriptor
But
of
that's
an
his
event
dementia.
that's
This is
like
beginning dementia. That is his dementia. He's gonna have dementia like his father, and it's already starting.
no,
That's what
even back in
already helped.
2016, even before that, he's been
Yeah,
like,
true.
it's
But if
always
you
we're
hear
gonna
him
do a
speak,
good job. We're gonna do a good job. We're not gonna hurt anyone. No harm. You know.
yeah,
We're gonna build it. We're gonna make it good. It's like never.
yeah.
He just puts an adjective and then it's like never in detail of what he's going to do. It's always like we're gonna make the economy great. Anything. That's it. That's
Well,
it.
that is deep political talk.
He doesn't do political talk.
And in his case, the second election, I'm telling you,
And now
and
it's
that
just
was all that gerrymandering the Republicans were doing in the South, and I just don't trust the whole damn thing that it was legal anyway. So, but if you listen to him though in his 40s versus in his 70s, already there's a difference how he's
yeah.
talking.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
honestly, what does the guy eat? He loves fast food and Diet Pepsi. That shit ain't
He's
for
on.
you.
Oh, he's been on.
Like, the older you get, the healthier you should eat because you need all that strength and
I feel like
power.
he's been on Ozempic for the past 30 years now.
The who?
Ozempic. He's probably been on Ozempic for the past 30 years.
If he was, he would be severely skinny. You can't be on that shit for that long. I don't think he's on Ozempic. I think he maybe had a little mini stroke somewhere along
Or
the way.
something.
Because this job of
Something.
presidency is extremely, extremely
I mean, he already lost most of his hair
stressful.
since the last time he ran. The last time he won. So
Yeah,
he's gonna be bald by
already
the end of
indifferent.
this.
Yeah. But I'm just still, I'm just like, and this is how I view this. Traumatized people love getting abused by other traumatized people. You know what I'm saying? And I just, like I say, non-religious prayers to all my fellow Americans. That's all I got, because I don't know what
Yeah,
y'all gonna be doing over there.
I
I
mean,
do not know, but this has to stop. This is crazy.
there's there's already
And we need to stop idolizing rich people because they're rich and famous. I don't give a rat's ass what you are. You gotta be
oh,
proper.
I think we kind of
Like, you
we're
gotta be
at
a
least
proper human being.
at
If
least
you
from
poor and you proper, I prefer you over Elon Musk.
I
I'd rather
mean
hang out with a smelly, stinky, homeless person that is a decent person than to be with Elon. Swear to God.
from the people in my generation that I talk to, I don't think we
Yeah.
idolize anyone like super like rich and famous that doesn't do anything. It's
Yeah.
like it's like idolizing like we don't idolize like we know when something's good. Like if you're like a talented musician, we're like, oh, you're good at this. That's why you make a
Mhm.
lot of money because you're good at this. But for certain people, but for people that like don't have like any, like you're like, oh, you're a businessman, but you make millions of dollars, but it's like you kind of, it's like the way you talk is also kind of wrong.
Bezos, who said he wants his workers to be in fear.
Oh yeah, that
Bro, as rich as you are,
yeah
you should want your workers to be happy and be relaxed and be satisfied. And you should be paying them properly and giving them proper breaks and not
yeah
run it like a freaking slave camp.
yeah.
Yeah, you get paid, fine. So Jeff Bezos, kiss my ass, baby, because
Oh, all
that's
these little,
nothing.
all these, like you just look where the money's going. That's what I'm starting to say now. I'm just gonna say, hey, look where
Yeah.
the money's going. If you
Yeah.
follow the money, you can see where the what the why the fuck we sometimes put in certain regulations. It's like, look how much money that one company just made. Look
Yeah.
how much money that one guy just made from putting something into a
Yeah.
stock. Like you
And
could
but that's
tell.
fine. But I'm saying though, don't you want your fellow? And America is the land of immigrants. The original people,
No,
hello,
that's
were
why it's
native Indians. No, no, wait. Let me get my point. So you are. I would be proud to allow a family to eat food for food stamps. But you know what I'm saying? You got to take care of the people. You can't just make it even harder for the poor. And where's the middle class? It's like a sliver. You know what I'm saying? A
there is none.
country, I believe, with a good, healthy middle class is a good,
There is
strong
none.
country.
There is none.
And you need to take care of your people. It never works. Have you not learned any of these lessons? Look at the
No,
history. It never works. You can try it again and again and again and again to make this
no, they
control,
don't.
to make this loveless, empathyless, and harsh living conditions, and the poor are nothing. You can do this over and over again. It's never going to work because it's
Re-
not. It goes against the nature of how we're supposed to live, I believe, and
Republicans
that's why it
don't.
never works.
They only romanticize history. They don't look at the actual history. Back in 19, I think 60 something, that there was an interview back then, and it was like a bunch of people talking about how like yeah, like I think we were in a recession, or like it was like months
Yeah.
before a recession, and the interview,
Mhm.
it was like, how do you feel about it? And everyone was like, yeah,
Mhm.
it feels like all the rich people own everything, and us normal people, working hard class people, yeah, we don't really get anything, because like I don't know how I'm gonna survive in the next 10, 20 years, because all these rich people keep getting richer, and I'm stuck here in the same position that I've been in for the past
In
15 years.
1910, 20s, in 1910 or in the 20s. It was earlier
I don't.
when they had the Great Depression.
It's hard to figure out because cameras, technology, because it was on camera. It's like technology is so weird.
Yeah.
Like the history of technology is so. I can't hear you.
Finish up your point, because you were talking about how uh, back then there was also people couldn't figure
Oh
out the oligarchy was growing and people couldn't figure out how to pay their bills and stuff, or how to eat
yeah,
even. Forget
yeah.
pay the
Like
bills. Eat.
they were like, yeah, we're getting close to like where we're on month to month paycheck, and
Yeah,
we can't like we don't know how we're going to sustain ourselves, or our next,
yeah,
or how our next generation is going to do better than us, because
yeah,
we feel this financial pressure. That's why during that time period, like you can see it in the financial records, people started saving on a massive budget. Like people were
yeah,
saving as much money as possible just to try and get through that recession. And it's happening again. But this time we're not saving because we didn't have anything to save because we didn't know the recession was coming because it came kind of just suddenly.
No. You knew the recession was coming because they were saying
you could see
last year that if Trump puts his plan through, we're going to have a recession.
Yeah.
If Trump gets president and he does this tariff shit and all this shit he's doing right now, there will be a downfall of the American economy. And it can get so bad to the point that the U.S. is not going to be the world currency anymore. And once that happens, America is going to be fucked. Because all the credit, all this loan money, all this shit they're getting is going to be meaningless. Because the dollar is not going to have value anymore. And I believe China is going to be the new front runner. They've been saying it for years. China will be the new world power. Because they're in the best position right now. They're making deals in Africa. They were talking to Germany, to Europeans. They're, putting on a good face and putting that thing through.
America is starting to lose its social standing. The reason why America was so powerful is because
I'm afraid to tell people I'm American. I don't even on the street speak English no more. I'm afraid they're gonna say something to me.
The reason why America is starting to lose its social, the reason why America has got into power was because after World War II, we did a lot of socializing. We went to every country. We helped rebuild a lot of countries. We did all this.
Yes.
We did all this necessary social work for these other countries.
Russian Kriegsgefangene, what's that called again? Prisoners of war, the Russians, they would never come back. My granddad, your great granddad, your white one, he was in Florida. He only had the best of the best. He had going weight. He was cooking Florida. He was there 2-3 years or something, and he had the best of times. Even the Americans that came into Germany to support, they would have gum, they would have chocolate for the kids. They were very friendly. They didn't come in and rape women and do all kinds of crazy stuff. They were very proper. And that's why they had all these that's also a reason all these military bases, everything. But they were proper with it. You're right.
So
and
America
made a huge difference.
So we became a superpower because of that. But then Russia also became a superpower, but for different reasons.
Well, there was just a Cold War, basically, after, which had to do with atomic bombs and all these things. Came first to the moon, all these stuff, and Russia's also highly intelligent people. Yes. But then Russia was still communist.
Yep.
And I think, who was it? Was it Reagan and Gorbachev had this relationship?
I think so.
I also remember when the East Germany, when the wall came down and communism stopped kind of in Russia and things were changing. But Russia right now, for me, I think they're too, I don't know.
Oh, no, Russia's too fucked by sanctions. They got sanctioned they got sanctioned to the point where they can't buy military grade weapons now. They have no money. That's the problem with Russia. And their economy has been shit. So then after getting sanctioned so much, now their economy is 10 times worse than it was before.
But I'm wondering if Putin's real goal was to fuck up America and to destabilize America. And then this Ukraine war is kind of serves as a distraction, because everybody's looking at that. And in the meantime, he has told, all these years, all the shit he's been telling Trump about. So I think that was his real thing. I think he's more happy. I think if he had to choose between I destabilized America and fucked them up to the point that they, have no more power, versus I took Warsaw from Ukraine, I think he would love better the other option.
But he basically sacrificed his own country because now they're losing to Ukraine. They're losing. The big, powerful Russia that we called them. Now they're losing to the smaller Ukraine, which is citizen fighters and small militia armies that are coming in there, and they're destroying. They're wiping them out.
Like this last attack was a severe attack from Ukraine, even without the help of America, because Americans didn't know about it. Ukraine very smart. They're not sharing anything no more with America because you can't. Probably none of the European allies within the NATO even. Nobody is sharing intelligence or anything with the U.S. anymore because you can't trust it.
Yeah, you can't.
You
can't trust it because.
And this is also what I'm saying. Don't be defeated because you're the underdog. Do not give up. Do not give your power away. Even if you physically, for the moment, have to relinquish your power, But ultimately, that power you have, grow that shit, man.
I think I
And
think
then when the
it's
opportunity comes, you make your chess moves. While they are playing checkers, you chessing it out.
right now looking
Yes.
at the standings of the world in the
Hmm.
next 10 to 15 years, the likelihood of the next superpower, it's either going to be China or I could see it being Germany. Those are the two. And a funny thing in history, because Germany right now has unlimited military budget, they can basically cop out as much as possible, stock up,
Yeah.
and like just you
Yeah,
know,
but what you have to remember is Europe. There's still a European
yeah, the
Union
EU.
that,
But again, Germany
you
is the
know, oh,
leader
but
of the European
probably
Union.
Germany would be like America's California.
Yeah, but like Germany
You
is
know
still
how
that.
California first largest GPT in the
Yeah,
whole like behind Germany, even above America, I believe it's up. But anyway, they have huge, so it would be like this.
but
Yes,
even still,
but I think it's going to be China. I think it's
Germany,
China.
Germany is the head leader of the EU. Like financially, like money
Yes, we are.
wise, they
Mhm.
have the most money and the most capital gain out of any other European country.
Yes, yes.
And also socially, people are more like more people are willing to follow the country because it's just like socially, I guess they don't they've learned their lessons. Let's say they learned their lessons in history, and I don't think
Yeah.
they're going to revert back to a fascist dictatorship
No,
at any point in time.
no, no. Plus, it's too many foreigners here to even be doing that properly.
Or
I hate to say it.
the only other thing I could see next 4 years, America somehow just stagnates. Like we just kind of go into like we get
Are you the next 4 years under Trump? Because that is not a reality that's going to happen.
that's
There
not
will be no
reality.
4 years, and I'm not doing anything
Oh,
like that. I'm not planning nothing. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I'm extremely angry. This is prediction. This is my heart. It's not going to last for 4 years. It cannot.
I also heard Congress is gonna it has forced stopping the tariffs. So the
Yes,
tariffs
yes.
have been
But they
forcefully
have
stopped.
one court
They're
said
like,
it's illegal.
why are
Tariffs.
we doing like China isn't getting affected by like they don't play by like our economic rules. Why do you think they would be affected by this?
Yes, yes.
China has
And also, just like China said, while you were trying to have greedy corporate entity people, whatever outsourcing all the labor because it's cheaper over in China. Now you ain't got shit. You can't do shit for yourself. That's why this tariff thing doesn't work like that.
yeah
Tariffs are good, like for Russia, for instance, or whatever, if something crazy is
yeah
going on. But you can't put tariffs on the penguins, Arthur. What are we even doing? Which shows just how
hey
incompetent and
hey
ridiculous these people
there's
are. And people like me, I don't know shit, but I know a lot. But these people act like they're this and this and this and this, but then behind the cover, it's like, bro, do you have intelligence? I don't
no
have a degree. I never went to a high school, to a higher learning school, or
yeah
I don't have college. I'm not a bachelor. I'm not a doctor, professor, but I have common sense and I can use it. And I can think in my brain to be like, okay, does this fit together? I know 1 and 1 is supposed to be 2. So just like, yeah, we'll see.
yeah
It's good entertainment, that's for sure.
yeah it is fun to watch. It is fun to watch.
I'm just glad I'm not there no more.
I mean, I'm still here.
Because I think what hurts me the most is the racism.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
For instance, some friend of ours, like when Obama came on, so he's a lifelong Democrat, but all of a sudden you can't vote for Obama, and you have all these different
Oh
excuses
yeah.
why you can't vote for him. He's too young. Nah, bro,
It's
just say
the
it. He's
same
black.
thing.
He's
The
black.
same thing happened for Kamala. The same thing happened for
Yes.
Kamala, where people were like, "Oh, she doesn't stand with she's not talking about Palestine, so I can't vote for
Well,
her
she
because
should
of
have.
her."
She should have. If she had talked about that and said we're gonna cut funds as soon as I'm president, she would have gotten it. I'm telling you right now. That was her fault. She should have. She should have talked about it.
I don't
Should
even
have
think she
talked
would
about
have
it.
won based off that. I think the problem was that she was talking to she was trying to turn Republicans into Democratic
Yeah.
voters, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Talk to the work,
Yeah.
like Bernie Sanders was like
All them students, they would have fucking voted for her, man. If she would have said one time, I support Gaza
yeah,
over Israel. Fuck that money you're getting from Israel. The whole world
Oh.
right now is saying the same thing. Oh yeah, wait. I forgot to close my window. I get to talking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you should have talked about that because every normal person with a heart feels the same way.
Yeah, but also Bernie Sanders said that like the Democrats for some reason switched up the plan, like they changed the plan to talk, like they changed the plan because they had the Republican senator who was talking bad about Trump, and they're like, oh, we're gonna use her as a platform or whatever. But Bernie was like, no, we should talk to the working class because they're most likely the people that are gonna vote in this situation, and they're the people that we have to win over. But they didn't do that, and they didn't go with that plan. So it was like, and I think it's the like, it's hard being voting Democrat because it's hard to weed out the people that just want to keep the status quo versus people that actually want to move forward in this world.
Yeah. But my number, my bet, you know who I'm betting on, right? You already know who I'm betting on. The young, new people that are entering Congress. Nancy Pelosi, thanks for all your work, but you fucking gots to go. You're 80.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with the modern times.
No.
Even me, okay, I'm right on the cusp. I did not grow up with a fucking cell phone. You understand me?
Yeah.
We were still making phone calls. You understand me?
Yeah.
We were still like, Jesus Christ. So at a certain time, you just got to step off. And Nancy has a lot of money. Her husband is a finance guy. She worked the system. She knew when things were going down to make money off of the whatever this called is stock trade and all this shit. Step down. AOC is on fire. People want that. We want authentic, normalized, healthier thinking in our politics. Not this old shit from 1902 where you want to go back, you want to do tariffs. We're not 1802. You want to get away, get rid of segregation. You're going to take all the immigrants, not the bad ones. The bad ones you letting in because what is this big crime family, the Mexican cartel family that let the family come into America? So that's okay.
Well, because they have money.
A regular nurse working a 9 to 5 who's been here for 20,000 years, who's paying her taxes, paying all the shit, paying bills, doing a good life. What the hell has she done?
Nothing.
She's contributing. And honestly, if by some magic swipe or magic finger snipping, you could remove all immigrants from America, the country wouldn't exist no more. The economy would go down. The whole thing would
just be Native Americans.
Explode, it would implode into itself.
You
can't do it, man.
It would just be a bunch of Native Americans.
Going back to the olden days.
I mean, technically, they're like,
got a cell phone. We do fire sign, smoke signs, communicating.
Technically, they're the only Native group in America.
I mean, just let maybe that's the solution. Though. All racist and rich people move to America, live there, be your thing, do what you want to do. I think that'd be good.
Yeah, no working class.
America is designated as the racist country in the world. If you're racist, you want to be freely racist, go there. You can do blackface. You can have your white friends dress up in blackface. You can do the N-word and do all these things. Man. Have remember we used to go a couple of times to the Civil War enactments?
Yeah.
So then if you're in your racist country, you can do what you want to do. You can and you can't have real black people, obviously. But,
you're going to have to paint your skin black.
Blackface people, and you just call you just do that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the solution. Let them have that.
Maybe.
No, it's not. But
yeah.
Evolution, internal evolution is the solution to all the problems in the world. As long as we, especially in this day and time, what I strongly believe is that it's an awakening, a deep awakening. Nothing will always stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
Things come and things go. But you got to step it up within yourself to have, and I'm not even talking about just spiritual shit, okay? I'm talking about just to have a proper moral code that you live by, no matter what religion you're in, no matter what, and to just always do right, even if it's difficult, or even if you have loss, do the right thing. Even if you lose, do the right thing.
Yep.
Opportunities will come, life evolves, you keep going, you keep moving, you make different decisions, next time's better, whatever. Yeah. But as long as we're so focused on just the physical flesh versus exploring the inner worlds, which are, to me, the connection, what I'm saying. I think if you open yourself up to the divine essence the spiritual energies that create all of life. Yeah, you can create a whole lot more, and more will come into your life. And that's why, like to Jeff Bezos, I tell you, you ain't got to be greedy with your shit. You ain't got to be. I don't want to pay no taxes and blah blah
There's a
blah blah
lot of
blah. Here's
there's a
for a change. Give, go somewhere and take care of a whole community for just 1 month and see how much joy and power and just the
it's not
energy that flows from
he's
being
not gonna do
caring
that.
and giving is very different from just being.
He's not gonna do that.
And the times are over for. We're done with the dark ages. We're done
Yeah.
with all this negativity. We're done with all this like looking down at people because they're poor. All this bullshit that's going on in this world right now. Step it up. It's time to step up
Yeah.
and to be just more uh, internally connected, wholesome, and healthy people versus what is going on right now.
Yeah.
And that's just what I pray that this is what this movement is about, that we can outgrow this shit, especially America.
Yeah.
I knew it. Like I said, the second time Obama won, I could feel the vibe. It was very different. I used to go to this playground in the fan. And right that week after, like, these white people like hating on me a little bit or something like that. Because the vibe was on us.
Yeah.
Almost they were like so disappointed. But just Trump, you want Trump. So anyway, it is what it is.
Yep.
We'll see how it works out.
Yeah.
But like I say, things are crazy. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Quite
Things are
shocking. And
crazy.
you know what I'm happy for? The
What?
other day I thought about grandma and granddad, you know?
Yeah.
Thank God they have passed on. Because this will be stressing them out so much. Because granddad, he was a vet. He will
Yeah.
always go. Luckily, it was right around the corner, the Veterans Hospital. They were both on Medicaid. They were both, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This would be so stressful for. And then also to hear for older Black people that DEI or the segregation is not anymore in all these
Yeah.
federal buildings, or that you don't have to follow segregation anymore. You know how traumatic this is to grow up in this segregation and then to hear certain phrases, certain words, certain things again. That shit, that's not easy.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man. And so I'm glad that they're in heaven looking down on this shit and not having to experience that no more
Yeah.
because it's painful. Yeah. But like I say, no pain, no gain. So I pray that this pain will bring a lot of gain in the light,
Yeah.
not in the darkness. Because I think the darkness has been controlling this world for way too long.
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah.
know what's really in the pyramids. We want to know really, really who seeded life on this earth. We want to know the true shit, okay? We want to know.
I think
We
we're
don't
done
want
with
to be
that.
diffused and diluted anymore. We want to know aliens. We want everything. We want to know the whole thing. Stop
Nah.
treating us like babies, like we can't
We're
handle it. We
we're
can
we're,
handle it.
we're
Give us
done
the
with
proof.
that. I mean, they did. They gave us they put out the CIA files.
Real for real. They had a little meeting at the Congress or something like
Yeah,
that.
and then Mexico had the whole alien.
True.
the whole
True.
alien thing, and then we were just like, yeah, we don't care about that.
But they never really, really come with the things. Come on now. This should be like back in the day. Every time Michael Jackson came out with a video, it was like a worldwide event. Everybody in the whole wide world, 30 minutes. Even they in Germany be like on 8 o'clock. You see the whole like it was
I mean, we don't
exciting
really
thing.
have that anymore.
Michael Jackson video 20 minutes long. Okay, sometimes 30 minutes long. Okay.
Yeah,
So all I'm saying, maybe they can bring out something more, and
we
just
don't.
not Mexico. Who wants
It's
Mexico?
we're too
More concrete.
we're too separated
Show us
now.
video footage of Area 51. Deuces. That'd be tight.
What if it's just like a random day on video, and it's like they don't really do anything? Like, what if it's just a
Yeah,
random? Like, it could do like.
I think people are so used to it already because all this sci-fi shit they're watching.
Yeah, it's like Area 51.
Everybody
I'm
already
like,
knows it anyway. Yeah.
and then there's a whole conspiracy. I think there was a conspiracy theory about like Area 51 isn't actually the base. There's a base 100 miles west of that called Area 52, and it's a set. I'm like, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? Like,
Yeah.
come on now. We can't.
I
Can we
mean,
just? Can we just do something a little normal? Can we just like care about something normal? Why do we all have to care about this one thing? Like,
the people are already so indoctrinated that even if you tell them the truth, you're right, they don't believe it because they
yeah,
were saying it.
They were saying, and like we didn't care. We didn't care.
Yeah.
The mass public didn't care. Like they were like aliens, and we were like, what about this election coming up, man? This getting crazy, isn't it? They try to they only bring
way before. I think that was in the second year of the Biden administration, or in the third year.
No, that was like the that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 years ago, the third year. So that has nothing to do with the elections yet.
That was the fourth year. That was fourth year.
The thing that I'm saying though. Yeah, I guess why didn't it hit? You're right, it didn't hit.
It didn't. Because we didn't care.
Because we don't care. The people don't care. There was no mass.
It's hard to care when it's hard to care when you're suffering.
But that's true.
Like bring out the information. I'm like, well, in this political climate, probably not. We should probably bring it out once everything's peaceful. Like I don't know why they didn't bring it out once everything was like, oh, we're all peaceful. No one's really caring. Nothing really big in the news going on. No, we're gonna bring it out in the most hectic news time to try and distract people from the election so we can get more votes or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was on mainstream news for a week. It was a week. It was mainstream news for a week. That's how crazy that is. It was on CNN for a week. They talked about it for a week. Leading up to the election.
No, it was longer than that. Come on, it was longer. Because then they had to interview the whistleblower as well, and he talked about all these things.
Yeah, that was like a week.
And then they released all the air flight information.
Yeah, that was like a week.
That they saw.
I mean, they released a lot of information, but CNN talked about it for at least a week, and then no one cared.
But what they should have talked about is Roswell in the 1950s when the UFO they say they have real fucking alien bodies. That's what I want to know.
If they have that, I don't care.
You see unidentified. I've seen several times things flying in the sky. I'm like, what the fuck is that? These orbs. It's like orbs way out, and then all of a sudden they're going like this. What is this thing? You see what I'm saying? So that I've seen that too. That ain't shit. I want to see the bodies, Arthur. Show me the bodies.
I don't care.
I want Independence Day 2. That's what I want.
I don't care. I don't care.
Which, by the way, I have to get on it. My yearly Independence Day activity is to watch Independence Day 1 and 2. And these movies are so bad that they're just so good. So I love them both. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's you're right. It was, yeah, but we need more. It wasn't enough.
No,
a lot of it also
not right now. Not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Well, it'd be nice if they come though.
That'd be
like
cool.
in a mass group.
That'd be so.
That'd be cool as fuck. And be like, humans, what the fuck are you doing? We've been watching you niggas for minutes now. Y'all ain't doing right. Y'all need to change this shit up. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. Oh my god, that would be amazing. And the whole world would unite. If they're benevolent, of course, they have to be benevolent, not these crazy motherfuckers.
They're probably,
because anybody that can fly through space is way advanced above us. They just come one time for a week or two and just give us information how we should live better with it.
I mean, they could give us the information. It matters if we care.
But we would care. Bro, trust me.
There's a lot of people that just won't give a fuck.
Bro, no, they wouldn't.
There's a lot of,
literally, I know. You see it on the movies, how they march in from the sky, and then you see all, because the atmosphere, it burns a little bit, and then you see like 3 big ships coming. Come on. People have to care about that. Come on. No, bro.
Yeah, and then, you know what's going to start happening? People going to start taking their guns out. They're going to start getting prepared war. They're going to start strapping up.
No, because these aliens, they have the power of telekinesis. So they can control your body even, where you can't move and shoot. And they will freeze your place.
Mom. You don't understand how scary that is.
Love for you to support this fantasy.
I can't because you don't understand how publicly scary that is. If an alien tells me, "Oh, I have the power to control your body against your will," what?
Yeah, but because
I'm killing you on sight. It don't matter. Pop, you done.
But this is what I'm saying. I can control your body so you don't hurt me, but I'm not killing you. I'm just making it so that your
no,
gun that you're trying to shoot is
But
not
that
coming
means
out.
you have
And then
that
I
means you
will
have
give
the
you
power to kill me.
divine knowledge on how to improve your life. What is more valuable than divine knowledge? How to improve yourself? Come
That's
on.
not how humans work. That's not
And
how
I
our
wouldn't
brain
be
works.
scared. But me, they wouldn't. Well, actually, depends on how they look like. I probably would shit my pants.
Yeah, if they had a bunch of
I'm
tentacles and the only way they could put it is and you're sitting back. No, I'm capping him. I'm putting a bullet in his head. I don't give a fuck.
You better stop, boy. You better first find out what they want for real, for real.
Nah, if the first thing he tells me, I have the power to control your body, it's on sight. I'm sorry.
But, sweetheart, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You wouldn't be able to do nothing because he controls your body, so you can't move to shoot a gun. He wouldn't control your body if you're not being aggressive. But if you're trying to kill somebody,
It's subconscious. At that point, it's subconscious. It's not even a conscious thought. It's not even a conscious thought. It's subconscious that I'm going to do that. It's fight or flight, and I'm fighting, so you can cap. It's subconscious.
You're very right now. No, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'm a little bit...
Nah, that's not American. That's
no.
If someone tells me they have the ability to control my body, it's on sight.
Me? If I see an alien, honestly, many times before, in my late 20s, I was very depressed. And I would sometimes ask the aliens, and at that time I was reading a lot of this, whatchamacallit, conspiracy shit, like every day I was, to the point where it drove me crazy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm creating my reality. I don't want to really read the shit no more. But sometimes I'd pray, I was like, aliens, please take me from this planet. It's horrible here. I don't want to be anymore. If you hear me, if there's an opportunity, please come. So let a girl dream.
I mean, you can dream all you want, but for the mass majority of, you can dream all you want, but for the mass majority of people, that's scary. That's on-site scary.
They wouldn't automatically initially start shooting. They would start making communication first.
No, humans. If you don't know what it is, you shoot. That's how it works. You don't even
know what the deal is. First, you have to. I mean, there will be, but trust me, a civilization that is so advanced that they're flying through space, visiting planets, always will be more advanced than whatever we have on the planet.
True.
So there's no.
It don't matter though.
And don't think of these movies that they show all the time.
You still go try. You still go shoot. That don't matter.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think most people are gonna shoot, Mom.
I don't think so. That doesn't make no sense. Why? They could be bringing good shit. Why would you destroy that right away?
Scared. Don't know what it is.
No.
Scared.
And go. No.
Scared.
It's not
immediately fight or flight. Don't know that's how most human brains work. Oh, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it wants, and it's immediately not something that looks.
Just got here. They're not doing anything yet. They're just flying in and landing.
Yeah,
and big shit. Trying to make communication.
You got to communicate first. It's
like
no. It's like
the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah,
he wanted to talk to the humans, and they're like, "We don't want to talk. This is the movie." And he's like, "All right, you're donezo."
Not exactly. You got to call first. Like, you don't just show up at a friend's house. You got to call first. No, not in America.
Yeah, but bro,
you got to call first. You got to be like, "Hey, yo, I'm gonna come over." Cool. If they call first, if they send a message and they're like, "Hey, yo, we're about to pull up on your planet, you know, don't hurt us. We come with no harm."
Okay, then first they send a small ship. What if their communication system doesn't make like with our communication
radio waves? System? You don't have radio waves?
Maybe they use telepathy, only telepathy to communicate. You don't know this? Well, they can't because they're technology.
So you're telling me a super advanced civilization cannot use radio waves, has not discovered radio waves. The smallest form of communication that we learned. That's the first form of transcontinental communication.
To use radio waves. They don't know radio waves. It's such a long time ago that they use radio waves that they can't use radio waves anymore. That's what it is.
You can't use magnetic pulses. You can't send a signal to like a phone or something. Like you can't text. Like, bro, what are we doing here?
But what are you gonna say? We are aliens from Centauri, Alpha Centauri, and we're visiting on a phone call?
If you send everyone, if you send it to everyone on the planet at once, then everybody's gonna be like, "I."
That's not creepy.
But if everyone gets the same call, it's a shared experience then. And more people come together. But then more people are willing to do something. Like if you just come in as an alien planet, like you just fly in on a big ship and no one knows what's happening. That's immediate.
Places you can land in the desert. You got many places we can land. Even in Nevada, you can land somewhere in that desert there. You know, you can be somewhere where there's not.
But we'll see you coming. That's the problem.
Okay, so a mass phone call to every fucking cell phone in the world is not going to be creepy. We're about to come. Ooh, we're coming. Come on, that's more creepy.
Yeah, and then I can text my friend. And my roommate right across from me, be like, "Hey, yo, did you just get that call?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just got that call too." And then we can talk about it, and then we can be like, "All right, what we gonna do?" Like, there's communication. Like,
get guns. So you telling me if they aliens call beforehand and announce their arrival, nobody's gonna shoot them?
I mean, less people will. Less people. I'm not saying no one. I'm just saying less.
And not just, hold up, not just we're coming, a mass multi-contact of all people on this world.
Yeah.
Who has any kind of, or let it be even a telepathic message. Where we all hear the same voice.
That'd be worse. That'd be worse. If you enter
no, that'd be bad.
No, that'd be worse.
Because right there, if they do this,
yeah,
who can do this on this earth? Send one text message to the whole entire world.
Amber Alert.
Asshole. I can't do that.
Yeah, you ever got an Amber Alert before? You ever got an Amber Alert before? What area is like 300 people get the same Amber Alert?
But we're talking all the nations in the world, not just America.
Yeah, if everyone gets it, that means everyone can communicate with each other then. And talk about, oh, did you all get this message? Oh, yeah. Are you talking group message? Like, oh, did you get the message? Oh, you got the message. And then it's like a thing. Bro. And then it goes on TikTok. People start seeing it like, oh, I just got a phone call from an alien. And then everyone's like, oh. And then it's like communication. And then we all talk about it. And then some people come to...
Oh, it's so nice they send us all a message at the same time worldwide.
No. Some people will come to the agreement that we should start militarizing. And then some people will come to the agreement that, hey, we should communicate with them because they seem sophisticated enough to talk to us and want to actually communicate and, you know, have a form of communication. There's going to be those two groups. There is going to, like, that's yeah. not, that's, there is going to be those two groups. We're not going to be all aligned with the same thing. But yeah. I think more people will be willing to communicate with them if they tell us that they're coming. If you just show up, a lot of people will instantly go to weaponization before they go to communication if you just pull up.
Okay, Abba, you see, I mean, what if they shoot at him and nothing else? Nothing can break through the shell of their spaceship. The people,
they might kill themselves.
Yeah, in the process.
No, they might actually boom, empty the clip, put one.
Because of aliens?
No, because there's a higher power that you can do nothing against. Or people might pray. Either or.
Well, other than communicate properly and in an adult, mature way.
That's not the first thing a human would do. That's not how most people think.
No, most people don't think. That's why I say, why am I on this planet?
The only time we think
acting morally correct is not that easy. You do not have to act like a heathen all day long.
No, but those
We're
are our
heathens anymore.
That's in our DNA code.
Open heart surgery. We implant 6 organs into human bodies.
But it's knowledge that we've gained over history. If something happens where we have no knowledge of and no historical event occurrence of that we know of by
There is
ourselves.
historical events of people of the sky coming down. They're just suppressing that information because
But
then it would mean the jet. Then it would mean something
but
completely
if
different.
but if
If
everyone
Earth had in the past been visited by aliens, it would mean something completely different. If aliens have come down before to Earth and installed certain things, certain knowledge, certain processes, even messed with our DNA, it would change everything that we know about our world.
yeah, it would. But
It would
also
set you free. The truth
but
will fucking set you free.
but no, then we would be afraid immediately if they just pulled up. If they did not communicate anything and just pulled up, we would be afraid.
Honestly, either or. There will be people that were just going to be afraid. Me,
Exactly.
if I see them, I mean, I would be afraid if they
I
start
would
shooting us and killing us and
I would need a
exterminating us. I
message.
would feel afraid then. But if they really come in with a positive message, if I see that shit, I'd lose my mind. I'd be like excited. I'd be happy. I'd be ready to rumble.
But then again, I also think if there's like uh like multi-spatial travel, I believe there
Mhm.
is some type of big universal body organization that's like, hey, don't contact planets that don't have advanced space travel yet.
Yeah,
It's probably that
yeah,
type of situation where they're like, oh, you can't contact them.
yeah.
And if you do, you will be whatever subsided to some type of
And maybe that was initially, when these spacecrafts were landing or like, having accidents on Earth. I don't know. Maybe they were trying to have actually communication and really, because why all these like extreme technological advances? How this occurred? You know what I'm saying? For
technology is
hundreds of years. Like,
technology is
I'm not
weird.
talking about the technology of the regular phone, the rotary phone,
Yeah,
or machines that we build. I'm talking about this like cell phones, whatever
like
these
touchscreen
high
technology,
technology. You know what I'm saying? What?
like touchscreen technology, like
Yes, these kind of things. Like today, I paid on PayPal for Nico because he had good grades,
yeah,
11.99, and I was able to scan the code off his TV,
yeah,
and then it connected me to my pay. It was so cool. It was so cool.
yeah, that
Old head Aline was like, "Look at this shit," because usually
yeah,
it take forever, and I put my barking on it. But today
yeah,
I actually deleted. Off of this one, I deleted
yeah,
your PayPal. I just was like, "This is amazing. I love this shit."
yeah.
So I think I don't know. Maybe I just should stop watching sci-fi all the time, which I haven't been watching it all the time, but um, I just think there's more than what we know. And keeping us dumb and deluded keeps us to be easier to be manipulated.
I think it's because
How many people they trust their doctor, they trust this, they trust this, they trust that.
yeah,
Even like, for instance, these vaccines. I don't trust vaccines. I'm sorry. I know they help and they heal and they do a lot of stuff, but I just don't think kids under 2 should get vaccines in the amount that they are getting them because we don't know what is the thing. I
I mean, realistically, they
no, what
should,
I'm saying, I just you just I just don't trust everything that is thrown at me. Because they used to
yeah.
say eggs are bad. It's so bad to eat eggs. Now eggs are good. You know what I'm saying?
But
So over the
that's
time, now it's 50, I learned I have to listen to my own internal self. My body knows what it wants.
yeah,
My body can tell me what I need to eat, what I need. I need water. So there's a certain communication with my body system. I don't need to like, yeah, I will go to the doctor, of course. I should have went to the doctor right away. I would have known I had a pneumonia and I wouldn't have had to struggle for 2 weeks and have all this long recovery time. Okay. But so I like to go and get my diagnosis, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, like I'm now pre-menopausal. So a perimenopausal woman. I go to the doctor to get my hormones checked. I've never been back because all he tells me, all the bad thing that happens after menopause. You will have bone loss. You will have to, and then what he wants me to take is these fake hormones, which I can't take hormones because they make me gain weight like exponentially.
yeah,
And all this stuff. But I'm looking at him, I'm like, so menopause means basically like if I had believed him, I would have thought that the moment my periods stop, I'm going to be an old ass lady and I have no power in my life to do anything.
yeah,
Bone loss, all these different things. And then I'm like, yeah, but thousands and thousands and thousands. How many women have gone through menopause? You know what I'm saying? and they still became old. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
how bad is it really? Or you just want me to take that fucking medication every month to fuck my shit up even more? And like it is proven fact, like lifelong hormones, like the pill for
Mm-hmm.
birth
Birth
correction
control.
or whatever, birth control, it has bad effects on your body.
Yeah.
Like even after 40, if you're still smoking and you're taking a pill, you might get a stroke. You don't know what kind of, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. I wish people would not be so trusting of these big institutions all the time because they're saying, you know what I'm saying? Because not everything is what it always seems. And a lot of times I think we're just also being tested with different things that they put out. You know what I'm saying? Like this COVID vaccine. How legit was that really? You know, how fast were they producing this vaccine? Okay, there was already working on it, but still, just because it comes from a Dr. DM doesn't mean you need to follow it and believe it,
So
especially if it doesn't make sense.
you've
Especially if it's
noticed.
if it's tied to a pharmaceutical company that makes trillions and trillions of dollars every year off of my sickness,
So I
combined
just
with a health that doesn't want to get me off of certain medications, doesn't want to pay for my surgery, so I have to stay on this pain medication for my life. So this is, we need to start being more just independent in our ways,
so like
like the young people, I guess.
so you want to question the a medical, what would it be,
Medical
area,
field,
the medical field,
yes.
but then you
No,
don't.
specifically
But
pharmaceuticals.
wait. You don't want to question whether the aliens are good or bad.
That's not what I said. But you can't know. You can't just straight up shooting at them. Of course, I want to find out if they're good or bad.
So so
But
that
how can
that's
I? I cannot find that out if initially I'm shooting at them.
yeah.
That
So
shows weakness.
but yeah, because you are scared and you feel weak. That's what generally.
It's part of life, eh? Aber
Yeah.
my life should not be controlled by fear, and it's also,
But
of
for
course, no. You misunderstood me. Just because aliens, I'm not going to assume anything until you open your damn mouth and show me in your actions what's going on. What are we doing here?
that's not how people
And
work.
if you come down here and you say, I wanna bestow divine information on you, and he touches my head and I have enlightenment, fuck yeah, I want that shit. Yes, I want that shit. Yes, yes. And then he says, go with peace. And I say, go with peace. And they fly off and we're good to go.
Oh, so you want it just for you? If you want it
No,
just
for
for you,
everybody.
that's fine.
Me,
Nah,
actually, they're not even gonna do because I'm quite enlightened. I'm not like this stuck up person, but my spirituality is on point, especially these last days. Emotional intelligence, 100%. I've done my healing work. I'm not even like my PTSD is way, way, way controlled. Everything is good. So all
yeah.
I'm saying is, I want for all of us to just feel what I feel. And what I feel is love. And I know it sounds like an old hippie, but when I see sunrise, it makes me feel happy. When I walk down my street now, Kirchgasse, the flowers, the roses are all blooming. Today I got to meet the lady that actually takes care of my favorite rose bush. I swear to God, I don't care. People that every day I smell these roses. It makes me happy. This is, life is so beautiful.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We're warring. We're killing kids. What are we doing? Raping children. Wait, what are we
Oh,
doing?
try.
This is a beautiful planet. Sit back a little bit. Enjoy it a little bit. Take pleasure in the small moments that provide so much like enjoyment,
Oh
especially
no,
nature to
they
me.
they do, but then they also want to make billions of dollars at a time. So
If you are cutting environmental regulations, you do not care about nature. If you
oh, they don't care about
for
it. They'll
for
just.
you to have profit or harming the environment, then you didn't learn
Oh
the lesson.
no, they don't care. They don't care about the other nature. They'll just buy land and then keep that nature for themselves because they have money. Because that's how their mind works. Because they think they can just buy anything.
Well, not all rich people. Ted Turner, I think he owns the most real estate as an American in America, and he takes care of the land. I don't know, you don't know Ted Turner. It's a long time ago, but
Yeah,
you
no,
have some millionaires that are actually decent people that want to do the right thing, that
not a lot
understand
of
the
them.
assignment.
Not a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Not enough of them.
It's kind of just, it makes you feel so much out of touch. Like I saw this video. Will Smith is back in the game.
Who said that?
Will Smith. saw some clip. Like some of his fans, I don't even know who that is.
I don't
It's sort
even
of.
know
It wasn't a major
who's listening
thing.
to the album. Who's listening? Who's like, yeah, I'm really bumping this Will Smith album right now. Yeah, I really love listening to this Will Smith album. This new 2025 Will Smith album. Yeah, this shit's hot. That's what they say. This shit is hot. This is fire. This is flame emoji.
Oh man.
They talk like
Uh,
they're fucking in the 90s still. Or older millennial.
Probably the same person that just thinks that Tupac was the biggest rapper of all time, and that still also lives in this era. But no, I'm trying to take it back to the aliens. I want this love that I feel. I want more people to feel it. If you feel love, you can't harm another. If you're healthy on the inside, you can't be out there doing fucked up shit.
Yeah, but
How can you, with a rifle, shoot little kids,
that's
innocent children?
not how people work.
So this is all I say. I would love for them to have more love under us, for yourself especially, and for one another. And it doesn't mean love doesn't mean you're not gonna set boundaries or be disciplined, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But just have like, okay, even though I'm training myself, that people that are racist against me, I'm just gonna recognize, okay, you're racist. You have a mental health condition. You are not aware that it is a mental health condition and that you actually need help. And so I will not respond to this bullshit anymore. Last year, twice they got me. I'm not doing it anymore. Because then afterwards, I'm on their level.
I think of it
I'm
as
on their
like,
level, and I feel drained and I feel fucked up. And here I cussed somebody out because he wanted to see my password.
I think of it as it's a higher power system using the algorithm to point your anger towards a group of people that aren't them. So
Yes.
as long as it's not them, they misdirect your anger towards other people and make it seem like, oh, these are the people that are hurting you. It's not us. It's the other people. It's not us. It's not the it's the other black people that are hardworking just like you. It's the immigrants that are taking your jobs. It's not us, the big companies that are starting to use AI and starting to use robots in order to really take your jobs. No, it's not us. It's the other people.
Yeah.
And
they got that real quickly figured out.
Yeah, they really do. They realize that,
and that's why I don't know Islam, but I blame Catholic or Christianity for it, because in Christianity, basically everybody is a sinner. Yeah. And only by accepting Jesus as your savior, you can be freed of your sins. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't like. That's what.
So if you are raised to think you're a sinner, what does that mean? You're bad. You're inherently bad until you say Jesus is my savior, and then you become, I don't know what you're supposed to become. And so to run around with this guilt, it's not something. Guilt is one of the emotions that is useless. Fear serves a purpose. Sadness serves a purpose. You know, there's certain about to feel guilty for who you are. That's not God. And that's when people take responsibility, because it's already heavy as a kid to feel like I'm a sinner, I'm bad. God, please make me good. Pray every day. And I just think people don't want to admit when they're wrong, when they fuck up. I'm not perfect. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to learn and grow. And I cannot learn and grow without making mistakes. So when you make a mistake, all you do is say, "Yeah, I fucked that up." If your mistake caused pain to another person, you can explain it and hope that they can forgive you and understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't want to say sorry. A lot of people don't want to admit, "Yo, I really fucked that shit up." You know? Especially these narcissists.
That's why you need guilt, though, because guilt helps you reflect. Like, guilt makes you, I did this, and I feel bad for doing that, because and now I like it gives.
But you should never feel guilty because you believe that were taught that you were bad from the start. Because what means being a sinner? You're bad. You're not good.
You shouldn't feel guilty of that, but you should still have guilt, and because it's regulating your conscience. Basically, it's like, oh, you should feel bad for hurting that person, and that's guilty. But you shouldn't feel guilty off baseline, just because of you living your life.
Okay, but you don't want your whole entire life to be walking around with something like, it has to be a quick resolve, you know, to self-guilt. Very toxic.
It's never going to be a quick resolve unless you actually you take action to do something about that guilt. Like, if you're feeling guilty for hurting someone and it's been 15 years, you probably should still apologize. Just like, I know it's not going to make, it probably won't make the other person feel better, but it will get that off your conscience. Because it's like, at least I tried. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And realistically, that's all we can do as humans is keep trying.
Yeah.
If you hurt people, say sorry. If they don't accept it, they don't have to. But, you know, you should still try.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also bad things will happen and people will do bad things, and also that will also happen throughout nature. Like, that's just, people will do bad things sometimes and bad things will happen. We can't stop everything. But, you know, the world, you know, life isn't fair, but things will happen. And we'll just try to survive and make it as comfortable as possible.
But the
hopefully.
problem is, like, when the more wealthy you get, the more shit it looks like you can get away with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, because...
Like, for instance, how was Elon able to get into the White House to cut all these investigations of his racism, of just the failed shit? What? That...
Yeah.
And you see, in this case, like me, I mean, if I do crazy shit and I'm a wealthy person, I mean, this is me. If you catch me doing bad shit, I'm just going to admit to it. Yeah, I'm doing bad shit. I thought I could get away with it. What am I supposed to say? Deflected and make all this shit? No, you caught me doing bad. Like,
That's why
I drove around with the e-scooter and it didn't have the proper sticker on the top. So the police, they were looking at me. I was like, what is it going to say? I know this, but I just was going shopping.
Yeah.
I couldn't make all these stories up, but the truth is I'm responsible. I did this shit.
Yeah.
So then I had a $500 ticket. That was fucked up, but they reduced it to $250.
I think a lot of people don't seem to understand that, especially like I've seen apologies from like big YouTubers, and a lot of them are bad because they don't feel genuine, because they're like they're saying sorry for the thing, but they're not saying
or some shit.
Yeah, it's like they're saying sorry for the thing, but they're not saying sorry for doing the thing. Or like being or just being honest, be like, yeah, man, I fucked up.
They say sorry, and then they're like, yeah, but it would have not been like this. You know, they
no. This is how they say sorry. It's like, I'm so sorry for a gross misconduct that I committed. The misdeed that I have committed was so wrong, and I'm sorry that I did that, and I'm sorry that this thing affected you and hurt you and hurt my community, and I'm sorry for it hurting you, but I'm still not sorry for what I did. But it's like, then it's like, okay, this is a fake apology. This is a 30-minute apology for no reason, and you said so. Like, a lot of channels have
nothing really.
Yeah, where you really saying nothing, and it's like, are you really sorry, or are you sorry that you got caught?
Yeah. And that is really a narcissistic trait also. I have yet, I mean, they can say superficially, I'm sorry. But this guy I was dating, he would be like, you're just doing crazy shit. And I'm like, you're just disrespecting me. Then he starts yelling at me because I call him out that you overstepped my boundary.
Oh, that's a narcissist.
And how can you say, oh, I overstepped your boundary, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And then you change and you don't do it again. No, but he kept right on doing the same thing over and over again. I'm like, what am I doing?
That's what,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a narcissistic thing, really, not also
to take fault.
Narcissists are highly insecure within themselves.
Yeah, and they can't take fault, and they can't be like, oh, damn, I was wrong about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like they can't do that. They can't self-reflect.
Yeah. We have Taz.
Huh?
I gotta check on my curry chicken. Hold on, baby.
All right.
What? Curry chicken. But it's perfect. Anyway, yeah, we're talking about the narcissistic people, yeah?
Yeah.
And not taking guilt and not taking responsibility for when you fuck up.
Yep.
Yeah, very important in this world.
Yeah.
But anyway, just life stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still thankful to be alive.
Yeah.
I'm thankful that I made it. I'm thankful for my beautiful 4 children that I have that are bringing me joy.
Mm-hmm.
And I am thankful for this life. Finally, after a long time.
I mean, yeah.
What can I say?
I'm currently where you were, and I'm looking at the world like, I don't even know. ooh,
Yeah.
it's looking worse and worse every day. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, this is also, I mean, it's a movie, but I think it used to be a book as the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah.
And so uh, Keanu is the alien that comes
Oh yeah,
in this
I
human
saw the
form.
movie. Yeah, I saw the
Remember?
movie.
And then to this Asian guy, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Okay, it's time to go." And he's like, "But I don't want to go." And he's like, "Well, what is it? What?" And he's like, "Love. I can't explain it. Yeah, they're imperfect. They do a lot of bullshit. There's something here. You know what I'm saying? And this is eventually you just accept it and you just make the best out of what you have."
Yeah.
Hmm. And also to realize I am the micro universe to the
Mm-hmm.
macro universe, and I will just do my best to contain this unit that is mine and kind of let the chips fall where they have to fall. And when the time is right, take proper action, of course, against this darkness that keeps wanting to take over this world.
Yeah.
Um, that's it. That's all I can do. Every day a new day.
Yep.
Let it be blessed. Let it be plentiful. And I'm having good experiences. Yeah, I'm enjoying my life finally. So as you grow, you will grow. You
Yeah.
will come to see things differently.
Yeah, I see like a lot of like the older millennials and like older people, and I look at them and I'm like, oh, they look like they're having fun, even in that age and even in this political climate. I'm like, well, I guess I'll be fine. I guess I'll be
You
fine.
have to.
If
Yes.
I could see other
You have
people
to be.
do like other have fun stuff and like still live their
Yeah.
life and live
You
their
have
life to
to.
the fullest
Have to.
at this
You
current
have
moment,
to.
I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll just take their example, just keep pushing through, keep trying.
And also, you make a determination of what do you want, not just for your personal life, but I think also for this society. So all this bitching and complaining that I do, um, it's really also about sending out a vibe, sending out to just increase it to make it better. It can get better. Sometimes
I
things
just
shit gets worse before it gets better, but that's what has to happen.
I think my goal for society is for us to stop all this fighting between the
Yes.
poor people and start
Yes.
fighting the rich people. That's
Yeah.
who we should really be fighting, and we
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
seemingly haven't figured that out because my
Mhm.
TikTok feed is so weird because I get right wing and left wing politics
Okay.
on the same on
Okay.
my feed, and it's weird for
Okay.
me because it's like I
Yes, it
get
is.
I get like,
Is,
oh, huh?
is that new lately, or has it always been like this?
Past 6 months?
You see what I'm saying? And how long has Trump been president? Past 6 months?
No,
And
I get
who?
Republican and Democrats. I get
Yeah,
I get
but the
like a
algorithm though.
Republican video, and then like 5 swipes later, I get a Democrat video reacting to the Republican video. Like, it's so
Okay.
weird. It's so weird.
But this is what I'm saying. Maybe the algorithm is set like that, that even though you more maybe democratic or independent leaning, all the time you will still get this other fucked up information to confuse you even more. And remember
I mean, if I
TikTok
was
had closed
stupid,
down. Trump reopened TikTok.
yeah. Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
went to all these already told people, y'all better fall in line, because otherwise we're
A
gonna
lot of
cut you
people,
out.
a lot of people are saying that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that confuses it anymore, because usually there are two sets of facts in this scenario. And what can you believe and who are you supposed to believe?
Well, not facts.
Yes. Oh, baby, do you know it's 7 o'clock?
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
not that. What you mean? Last topic, right quick. Say, say,
Uh,
say. Mhm.
oh, I forgot.
No, we were talking about the TikTok and how you have both information in
Oh
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
how then you see people with older generations, such as myself and older,
yeah,
that we are having fun, that we are not letting this bother us, because we understand that what's inside of me, no one can control that. And what's
yeah,
inside of me will reflect on the outside. So the more joyful, the more thankful, the more gratitude, and the more appreciation I have, the more things will fall into your life. That's just amazing. And that's it. Small things, big things, small things, big things, and then eventually big things, big things, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But this is what we understand. Well, what are we supposed to do? And you already see it's different.
yeah.
People, I just let them act the fool for a little while. They're gonna catch. It's like this. maybe drug addict that hit the lottery and won $1 million. That's what it is right now.
I
They
just
all got the lottery jackpot. All the racists, all the narcissists, all the crazy
yeah.
ass, sick ass people, and they get to do their thing now. So go do your thing. My time is coming, and when our thing comes, it's gonna be on another level.
I just find it
Because right
funny
now,
that
all you're doing is making bad causes for your life,
yeah,
and what comes around goes around. So it's gonna be okay.
yeah,
And when you feel downcast, there has to be something that brings you joy. So you just focus on that.
yeah. I just
And
try to
sometimes it's also important just to keep the political. I don't that 2 month break I took from YouTube. It was actually good.
I just
I
try to
really
find
enjoyed it.
I just try to find like comedy stuff. Like honestly,
Yeah.
YouTube is kind of my oasis from politics now. It's like
Okay.
I just like okay, yeah, I'm gonna go watch a compilation video of some of this one channel, and I'm just like, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
funny jokes, let's get it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Or
Yeah.
Dimension 20, D&D, Dimension 20
Mhm.
has come out with a new season last week. Another episode
Mhm.
airing tonight. I'm watching that.
Oh, good. See, there you go.
Also, me
Yeah.
and Jabrell are gonna watch the finals, game 3 tonight.
Ah, okay. Yes. Okay.
It's
Good.
Pacers OKC, two teams that are probably no one would know about, other than people
I
that
was
watch
about
the
to say.
NBA.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, enjoy that then tonight. That's
Yep.
what I'm saying. Make as many enjoyable and let that be a mantra. Whatever the fuck they're doing is their shit. Don't take that in, you know.
Yeah.
And also just don't live based on fear.
Yep.
And sometimes the best action is divine action. And what I'm saying is actions that are inspired by your higher self and not actions out of fear or anger, or, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's why African Americans sitting back, it's all good. You don't need to be in that shit, okay?
Yeah. Not right now.
Just maintain your energy, stay to yourself, do your thing for you, and that's good.
Yep.
Because I think this is the better option, Trump versus Kamala, because Kamala still would have covered shit up. And this way, the sickness can come out. It's like a pimple you have to press, and
Yeah.
all this pus has to come out.
Yeah.
Then you got to put some meds on it, and then it heals up, you know. So anyway, it had to happen this way. It'll be all right. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so now I'm gonna get going and eat
Mm-hmm.
my delicious curry chicken. I can't wait with beans and
Yep.
potato, and then enjoy the game. I
Mm-hmm.
wish it could be your Lakers, but next time y'all be there. Try.
Next year. Yeah. Next year we're gonna be there. We're gonna do it next
Mm-hmm.
year. LeBron's last
Yeah, it has to
season.
be. It has to be. Yeah, I'm rooting for you.
I gotta find some Wizards tickets. I gotta find some Lakers Wizards tickets so we can go watch the game. We need to watch one LeBron game. We need to watch the final LeBron game.
Ah, yes, that would be
Me and
amazing.
Jabrell are both like, yeah, we need to go watch the final LeBron game. This is his last season.
Yes,
We have to watch one. We have to get one.
yes, 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 yes,
And
yes,
hope.
yes, yes,
And
yes.
luckily, we're the Wizards are a horrible team, and they won't do
Mhm.
anything. And hopefully, LeBron will have 40 that night.
Okay, well, tie on that one. I hope it works
I'm
out.
gonna get a whole LeBron
'Cause I
jersey
was a
before
little bit
that.
worried about your mental health after the Lakers didn't make it that far. I was
Oh,
like,
that's like
ooh.
a short stint. Like for a Lakers fan, it's usually like a short stint. It's like maybe like 2-3 weeks. You kind of feel down. You're like, God.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you start hearing rumors about trades, and you're like, oh, we might get the next top all-star in the league. And then it's like,
Yeah,
woo, back in the Lakers season. That's
yeah,
how
yeah,
it
yeah.
works.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'll work out.
Yep.
LeBron deserved it.
Yep.
And then I guess I'll see you next week, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I'm here enjoying sunny weather,
Same.
summertime weather.
It's hot and humid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
it's
baby. I
bad.
knew already. I mean, it's hot during the day and humid a little bit, but we're having kind of dreamier weather.
It's hot and humid
I went
all the
through.
time.
I'm sorry, baby.
It's humid in my room
But
right now. I'm starting. I'm like,
what's on the AC?
I don't even think it's on, or it's barely on. It's barely on.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
yeah.
I go
You have a
downstairs.
fan?
Yeah, I have a fan, but like the fan would make noise for the podcast, so I turn it off.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
If my
Okay, well, let's
PCs
get off
are
the podcast.
yeah. Anyways,
See you next week.
yep.
Mwah. Ciao,
Bye.
my sweetheart.